Each sunrise places a decision in your hands. You can either drift into hesitation, distraction, and uncertainty, or rise with laser focus, direction, and unstoppable drive. Imagine if starting today, you could train your mind to lock onto growth, to pursue excellence, to claim victory without fear. Picture yourself walking through life steady and confident, untouchable by negativity, certain of your path, in complete command of your destiny. This moment is more than another morning. It's the threshold to your breakthrough, because the instant you take charge of your mornings, you begin to take command of your life. Before the day rushes in, anchor yourself to a truth that champions have always known. You are the pilot of your thoughts, not your manager, not random events, not chance encounters. You. Ever noticed how a tiny inconvenience, a spilled drink, a careless comment, can ruin someone's entire day? But think deeper. Is it truly the event, or is it the way the person chooses to react? You already know the answer. You weren't born to let your mind drift like a balloon in the wind. You were born to steer it like a captain guiding a great ship. You carry the same raw mental power that helped Marie Curie unlock the secrets of science, that drove Usain Bolt to break limits, that allowed J.K. Rowling to create worlds from imagination. But here's the trap. Most people live letting their thoughts control them, instead of directing their thoughts with intention. They feed their minds with worry, hesitation, and regret, unaware that those seeds take root and grow until their life mirrors the chaos they've allowed inside. Ask yourself, if a gardener leaves weeds unchecked, can he expect a thriving garden? If a builder ignores his tools, will his structure stand strong? Then why would you expect a rich and fulfilling life if you leave your mind untended? Now picture this. You wake up and declare, "Today, I choose my thoughts." You step into your workplace, your studio, your classroom, not swayed by moods around you, not weighed down by yesterday's mistakes. Someone bumps into you. You smile and keep moving. A plan falls through. You adapt and keep building, because your mind is not chained to outcomes. But how do you truly become the commander of your mind? You start simply. The moment your eyes open, affirm, "I choose what I think." Throughout the day, when doubt or negativity knocks, and it will, pause and ask, "Does this thought serve me?" If the answer is no, replace it instantly. Say instead, "I am capable. I am resourceful. I am driven." Look back at the icons of history. Do you believe they spent their hours replaying fears, or did they discipline their thinking like a sculptor shaping a masterpiece? You already know. So here's the question. Will you rise today as the master of your mind, or hand over the controls to chance and circumstance? Remember this. Nothing outside of you has power unless you allow it. Say it now. Say it every morning. I am the master of my mind. Before the city wakes, before the noise begins, make another commitment. Today, I move with clear intention. Look around. How many people wander through life like ships without a compass, tossed by every opinion, distracted by every shiny object? Purpose is the engine that separates those who build from those who merely watch. When you wake and declare, "This is what I will create today," the world arranges itself differently. Your steps feel sure. Your hands become instruments of progress instead of idle habit. Think of an architect. Would she begin construction without knowing where the walls will stand? Would a farmer plant seeds without choosing the crop? Then why would you live a day without deciding what you're building? Imagine yourself rising from bed and saying aloud, "Today my aim is," and then naming it with precision, completing that project, starting that partnership, learning that skill, repairing that bond, laying another stone in your vision. Suddenly, the little annoyances lose their grip, because when your mind is filled with purpose, it has no room for pettiness. Here's the truth. Purpose isn't something you stumble upon. It's something you claim. You don't find. it lying on the road like spare change. You declare it and hold it with both hands. Each morning, while the world still sleeps, sit quietly and ask, what will I accomplish today that moves me toward the life I envision? Be specific. I want to be successful is not purpose. I will reach out to 3 potential partners, or I will dedicate 2 hours to my craft. Now that is purpose in motion. Life works like a workshop. Your mind holds the tools, but purpose is the blueprint. If today were your last, would you be proud of how you spend it? The only remedy to drifting is to choose with absolute clarity. Say it now. Today, I move with purpose. Today, I master my mind. Let this be the standard you set for yourself from the moment the day begins. Stand still for a second and think honestly. When was the last time someone achieved something extraordinary by letting themselves get sidetracked every other minute? You already know the answer. A goal is like a fire in the forge. It stays hot only when it's fed constantly. Look around. So many start with strong intentions, but get pulled away by gossip, endless notifications, or small problems that don't even matter a month later. One moment, they're building their dream. The next, they're tangled in matters that have nothing to do with it. That's why you need a shield, a phrase that becomes your armor. Nothing will steal my focus. Distraction is the quiet thief of progress. It doesn't storm in with alarms. It slips in quietly, disguised as a quick chat, an urgent email, or a task that feels important but takes you nowhere. Left unchecked, these small diversions pile up until days turn to months and months into years. Ask yourself, if a farmer plants seeds but stops watering halfway through, can he expect a harvest? If a builder abandons his project halfway to watch the world go by, can he expect a roof over his head? No. Now picture this. You rise in the morning with your mission clear in your mind. Someone calls for small talk, but you politely decline. A problem appears. You handle it quickly and return to what matters. Your day feels sharper, your time more precious. You start noticing every minute you used to waste. Here's the secret. Distraction often isn't out there. It's in here, in your own mind. A wandering imagination, a habit of overthinking, a tendency to entertain doubt. These are the invisible chains that hold most people back. So how do you break them? You decide every morning, nothing will take me away from my mission. Throughout the day, if something tempts you off track, pause and ask, does this align with my goal, or is it stealing my momentum? If it serves your goal, embrace it. If it doesn't, release it without apology. Picture yourself like a master craftsperson in a busy workshop. Tools are ready, materials in place. You don't stop halfway to polish a shelf you're not using. You keep your hands on the work that matters most. Life works the same way. The task in front of you deserves your attention more than the noise around you. If you allow every small inconvenience to take your focus today, where will you be next year? But if you guard your focus as if it were gold, what could you build? Who could you become? The truth is simple. The world rewards those who commit, not those who dabble. The ones who can stand in a loud, chaotic environment and still say, my goal stands. My mind is steady. Say it now. I protect my focus. I stay locked on my vision. Let that be the filter for every decision you make today. Now let's plant another truth. Your thoughts are seeds. Every single one grows into something, whether it's fruit or weeds. Think of a farmer again. Does he expect a crop where no seeds were planted? Of course not. The mind works the same way. Every thought, of strength or fear, of creativity or doubt, is a seed. Your subconscious doesn't judge. It just grows whatever you plant. So, what seeds will you plant today? Will they grow into success, courage, and opportunity? Or into hesitation, worry, and defeat? Imagine this. You wake up and without thinking, you mutter, this day's going to be tough. Those words take root, and soon you find proof of them everywhere. But imagine instead you rise, stretch, and declare, I am capable. I am ready. The best is already unfolding for me. Suddenly, you feel taller, more prepared. Challenges remain, yes, but you meet them like a warrior ready for the day, not someone defeated before the first step. If you plant weeds, don't be surprised when they grow. If you plant doubt, don't be shocked when success feels distant. This isn't magic, it's law. Your life follows the direction of your dominant thoughts. So take charge. Each morning, sit still and choose your seeds. Speak them aloud. I create solutions. My efforts have value. The right people and opportunities are drawn to me. And throughout the day, when an unhelpful thought creeps in, and it will, replace it immediately. Throw it out like bad seed and plant something stronger. Picture yourself as the gardener of your mind, walking the rows each day, removing weeds, watering ideas of resilience, persistence, and creativity. If you do this daily, where could you be in a year? Say it now with conviction. My thoughts are seeds, and I plant only success. As the first rays of light pour into your room, anchor yourself to this truth. Every challenge is a doorway to growth. Life doesn't deliver achievement wrapped neatly with a bow. It delivers it hidden inside difficulties, wrapped in discomfort, disguised as problems most people try to avoid. Look closely at the world. Some, when faced with a setback, lower their heads and whisper, "Why me?" Others, the rare few, stand taller. They square their shoulders, breathe deeply, and think, "This is my chance. This is my test." Think of a blacksmith shaping steel. It doesn't happen with gentle taps. The metal must face heat, pressure, and repeated strikes before it becomes something strong and valuable. You're no different. Life's pressure isn't here to break you. It's here to forge you. Yet so many forget this. A delay makes them quit. A closed door sends them backward. A little criticism crushes their momentum. But the truth is, these moments are the training grounds of champions. Picture yourself working toward your vision. Suddenly, a plan collapses. A task proves harder than you imagined. Someone laughs at your goal. What do? Do you crumble? Or do you lean in, smile slightly, and think, "Perfect. This is making me stronger." Growth never happens in comfort. A tree needs the push of the wind to grow tall. A muscle needs resistance to get strong. A mind needs challenge to sharpen. If life handed you only ease, how sharp would you become? How resourceful? How resilient? You already know. So how do you transform challenges into stepping stones? You shift the question. Instead of, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, "What is this teaching me?" Instead of, "This is a sign to stop," tell yourself, "This is a call to become stronger, smarter, more determined." Picture a traveler reaching a road blocked by a fallen tree. The weak turn back. The average sit and wait, hoping someone will clear the way. The strong, they roll up their sleeves, cut the tree into pieces, and build a bridge, not just for themselves, but for everyone who follows. Imagine what your life could look like if you treated every obstacle as fuel. If every no became a lesson. If every delay became a test of patience and persistence. Where could you be 1 year from now? 5 years? Say it now with conviction. Every challenge builds me. Every obstacle fuels my growth. Now, carry another vow with you. I will not stop until I succeed. Before your feet touch the floor, declare it with force. History's achievers, from inventors to explorers to leaders, all shared one thing. Not extraordinary luck, but extraordinary persistence. The world doesn't hand its treasures to the wishers. It opens doors only for those who refuse to be turned away. Think of a climber halfway up a mountain. Does she stop, sigh, and say, "It's too far"? Or does she dig in, one step at a time, until the summit is beneath her feet? You know the answer. The trap most people fall into is mistaking delay for defeat. They hit one roadblock and convince themselves, maybe it's not meant for me. But has anything worth having ever come without effort, setbacks, or tests of commitment? A master sculptor doesn't shape a masterpiece with one strike of the chisel. He works at it again and again, knowing each strike brings it closer to perfection. You are forged the same way. Yes, you will face moments when results seem far away. Doubt will whisper, it's not working. But if you've made the promise, I will not quit until I win, then setbacks lose their grip. Failure becomes a lesson. Delays become preparation. Understand this. Quitting is the only real failure. Everything else is feedback. Every rejection, every misstep, every closed door is there to refine you, not stop you. Life tests every dream to see how much you want it. The way to build unshakable persistence is to make it non-negotiable. Not, I'll keep going if it's easy, but I'll keep going, period. And when the world throws obstacles in your way, you look at them and say, you can outlast me. Think of the treasure that might be hidden behind the next effort, the next phone call, the next attempt. Will you be the one who stops, or the one who breaks through? Say it now, with fire. I will not quit until I win. Let it echo so loudly inside you that no setback, no rejection, no delay can silence it. Victory doesn't always belong to the most gifted or the luckiest. It belongs to the ones who simply refuse to give up. As daylight spreads and the world begins its routine, let a powerful truth take root. I attract success by being valuable to others. Walk through any marketplace, city, or community, and you'll see it clearly. Those who rise, who create wealth, who earn trust and admiration, are not the ones who simply take. They are the ones who give. Not handouts, not empty gestures, but value solutions, skills, ideas, products, and services that make life richer, simpler, or more meaningful for others. Ask yourself, have you ever seen a shop thrive by selling what nobody needs? Have you ever seen a craftsperson prosper while delivering poor work? Of course not. Recognition, opportunity, and financial success are drawn to one thing: the consistent delivery of real value. The mistake many make is waiting for luck, for permission, for someone else to create the perfect opportunity. But life doesn't work that way. Success is rarely hunted down. It's attracted by those who become indispensable. Picture this. You walk into a room. Are you the person waiting to be noticed, or are you scanning the space asking, who can I help here? How can I make a difference? The one who solves problems never runs out of opportunities. The one who lightens another's load, who brings clarity, who creates solutions, the world naturally makes space for them. So what value do you bring? Is it a skill, a talent, a way of thinking that inspires others, a capacity to solve challenges others avoid? The marketplace of life pays in proportion to the problems you solve and the usefulness you offer. How do you embody this? You start each day with a commitment. Today, I will be valuable. Whether that means lending your expertise, offering encouragement, creating something useful, or making a connection, you choose to leave every person, every place, better than you found it. Over time, this habit compounds. People talk about you when you're not in the room, not because you asked them to, but because you became someone they can rely on. The person who becomes truly valuable can't be ignored. Ask yourself daily, who can I serve today? What problem can I solve? How can I bring more value than yesterday? And remember, wealth, opportunity, and respect aren't chased. They're drawn to those who live in service and excellence. Say it now. I attract success by creating value for others. Make it your morning rhythm, your daily focus, and watch how the doors begin to open. Now, carry another truth with you. I control my time and my energy. The world will try to scatter your attention, Notifications will ping, demands will arise, and requests will pull at you from every direction. But here's the reality. Your hours and your energy are your most valuable possessions. Look around. How many waste their days drifting from one distraction to the next, leaving their true work untouched? Then they wonder why nothing significant gets built. Imagine a master woodworker allowing strangers to wander into his shop, move his tools, and interrupt him at will. He wouldn't tolerate it, because his tools and time are sacred. So are yours. Here's the trap. People treat time as if it replenishes endlessly. But once a day is gone, it's gone forever. You can earn back money. You can rebuild from failure, but you cannot reclaim a wasted hour. Visualize your day as a pouch of gold coins tied at your side. Every interruption, every meaningless task, every urgent distraction that isn't truly urgent, they all take a coin. By nightfall, will your pouch be full of investments toward your dream, or spent on things that didn't matter? The choice is yours. Will you hand your gold away to anyone who asks, or will you spend it with precision and intention? The wealthiest person alive can't buy an extra minute. Every morning, we all get the same 24 hours. The difference between the thriving and the struggling is how those hours are used. So, how do you take control? First, decide. Before the noise of the day begins, identify what truly matters most today. Draw a protective line around it. And when interruptions arrive, because they will, ask yourself, does this serve my purpose, or is it stealing from my future? If it's the latter, decline without guilt. You are the guardian of your own time. Say it now with strength. I command my time. I direct my energy. Let that guide your decisions today, because the person who controls their time controls their life. As the horizon brightens and a new day stretches before you, remind yourself of this. I am surrounded by opportunities waiting to be claimed. The truth is, the world has never suffered from a shortage of opportunity, only from a shortage of people willing to recognize it, seize it, and act on it. Most people walk through life with eyes half closed, telling themselves, "There's nothing for me here. Life is unfair, doors are shut." But standing right beside them is someone who sees the same streets, the same circumstances, and yet notices openings everywhere. They find possibilities where others find excuses. Why? Because opportunity rarely arrives with a sign saying, "This is your moment." More often, it comes dressed as hard work, discomfort, or uncertainty. Ask yourself, how many times have you walked past something that could have changed your life, simply because it didn't look easy or certain? Picture this. Two people stand at the same crossroads. One sees empty sidewalks and slow days. The other spots a neighbor who needs help, a business owner searching for someone dependable, a gap in the market waiting for a solution. Which one will thrive? You already know. Here's the pitfall. Too many wait for opportunity to arrive in perfect form. But opportunity isn't something you wait for. It's something you claim. You claim it by asking better questions. Instead of, "Why isn't there more for me?" ask, "Where can I be useful? What problems can I solve?" Because where there's a problem, there's potential, like gold hidden beneath the soil for the one willing to dig. Think of the gold prospectors of the past. Thousands walked over hills thinking they were empty, but the one who brought a pickaxe, dug deeper, and pushed past the surface struck treasure. Right now, there are hidden mines in your own environment, skills unshared, services unmet, solutions unexplored. All they need is someone willing to take action. Say it with conviction. Opportunities surround me, and I claim them. When you believe this, you stop waiting for doors to open. You build your own doors, carve your own keys, and step through on your own terms. The person who sees opportunity as scarce will always be poor in results. But the one who sees the world as abundant in possibilities will never go hungry for success, meaning, or progress. Now hold on to another empowering truth. I deserve the life I dream of because I build it daily. Your vision, whether it's freedom, mastery, wealth, or impact, isn't something that appears through chance. It's something crafted, shaped, and earned through consistent action. No cathedral is built in a day. No harvest grows in the morning and is gathered by sunset. Greatness isn't an instant eruption. It's a structure that rises brick by brick, under the hands of someone who refuses to stop building. Many people dream without doing. They spend more energy wishing than working, more time imagining than acting. But the life you want is not a lottery prize. It's a construction project. And you are the builder. Picture two visionaries standing on empty land. One sharpens his tools and lays the foundation, working daily, rain or shine. The other folds his arms and waits for conditions to be just right. A year later, one has a home. The other still has only a dream. Building daily means that every choice either moves you closer to your vision or pulls you further away. Every hour you invest in learning, practicing, connecting, or creating is a brick in your future. Every promise you keep to yourself is a beam of support for your dream. When you've built something with your own hands, you don't just believe you deserve it. You know you've earned it. Confidence comes not from empty affirmations, but from evidence. Proof stacked day after day in the form of disciplined effort. Imagine asking yourself each morning, "What's the next brick I will lay today?" Then doing it, no matter how small the action. Over time, those bricks become walls. Those walls become a home, and that home becomes the life you once only pictured. Say it with certainty. I am the builder of my dream, and I work on it every day. Let this belief guide your hands, your schedule, and your decisions. Because when you treat your dream like a project under construction, not a wish floating in the clouds, nothing can stop you from moving closer to it every single day. As morning stirs and the world begins to wake, ground yourself in this truth. I welcome discipline, because it shapes my destiny. Look closely at anyone who has achieved mastery, whether in art, science, business, or sport, and you'll find discipline standing beside them. Not luck, not random bursts of motivation, but the steady, unshakable commitment to do what needs to be done, even when it's not easy. Many run from discipline, seeing it as a burden or a restriction. But here's the paradox. Discipline is not the enemy of freedom. Discipline is freedom. A builder doesn't raise a house without a plan. A sailor doesn't cross the ocean without following the charts. Life is no different. Discipline is the architect of your dreams. Without it, visions crumble. With it, mountains move. Imagine two people waking at dawn. One listens to the whisper of comfort. Stay a little longer, it can wait. The other rises, sharpens their mind, and steps into the day with focus. A year later, one is in the same place. The other has climbed heights that seemed impossible. Discipline is the chisel in the sculptor's hand. Without it, the marble stays unformed. With it, the masterpiece emerges. Let's be real. Discipline rarely feels convenient. It shows up as the choice to get up when you'd rather stay down, to study when distractions call, to finish when quitting seems easier. Every time you choose the necessary over the comfortable, you sharpen your destiny. Nature rewards the disciplined. The farmer doesn't plant only when he feels like it. He follows the seasons. He works when it's time to work, because if he misses that window, there's no harvest. What would happen if you welcomed discipline instead of resisting it? If you met your alarm with readiness, your hardest tasks with eagerness, your biggest challenges with determination, distractions would lose their grip. Procrastination would fade. Your mind would sharpen. Your skills would grow, and your life would begin to transform. Say it now, with steel in your voice. I embrace discipline, for it shapes who I am becoming. And now, the truth that turns all your intention into reality. Today, I will take action, no matter how small. Plans are important, but without action, they're just ideas in the wind. The people who change their lives and the world are not those who wait for the perfect moment, but those who move forward with what they have, where they are, right now. A bridge is not built by staring at blueprints. A harvest doesn't grow because a farmer thought about planting seeds. Momentum is created by movement. Even the smallest step forward is more powerful than standing still. Imagine two hikers at the base of a mountain. One stares upward, overwhelmed, telling himself, "It's too far." The other tightens his pack and takes the first step, small, maybe even awkward, but each one brings him closer. By the end of the day, one is still at the bottom. The other is halfway to the summit. This is how progress works. Small actions, repeated daily, gather momentum. That momentum compounds into results. And those results create the breakthroughs others call overnight success. Don't wait for perfect. Don't wait for certainty. Move. The carpenter doesn't wait for the entire house to be pictured in his mind. He lays the first plank. The athlete doesn't wait for the stadium to fill before training. They train in the quiet. Ask yourself, what is the smallest action I can take today that moves me forward? A phone call, a page written, a workout, a decision honored. One simple choice that says, I am moving toward my vision. Imagine your life 1 year from now, not because of a sudden leap, but because you took action every single day, step after step, brick after brick. Say it now with fire. Today, I take action no matter how small. Remember, how you start your day sets the tone for how you live your life. These truths aren't just words. They are tools. Tools to build your discipline, sharpen your focus, and generate unstoppable momentum. Speak them, believe them, live them, because when your mind is aligned with your purpose and your actions match your vision, there is no force that can hold you back. Your future is not waiting. It's being built right now by you.